DangerMan here again with another commentary video, and this is going to be on a scenario game called the Empire game. It was shot at Quickshot Paintball in Shamong, New Jersey. I'm going to try to attend to the different needs here of the different types of viewers that I'm going to have. I'm going to have people who are actually at this game, but I'm also going to try to explain this from the perspective of, players who've never played in scenario, and also how I played this position, what was going on with me, so that I can give everybody a little takeaway. Now, if you weren't at the game, let me give you a tone of the situation. My teammate and I are on the tape line, and we're the spearhead of our team, separated with our team about a good 40 feet behind us, and they can't get to us because we're just either, we're overextended, however you want to put it, but we're at a point where they can't bump in and support us from where they're at. They're just too far back with too large of a dense pack of opponents at our head. Now, we're doing the best we can to hold them back. That's the situation we're dealing with. We are now, there's two situations you're in the paintball game. You're either attacking or defending. And in this particular case, we're trying to hold the position so that the other team can't push through. There's so many more of them than us. And while there are 3 teams in this game, we're facing, a clear line ahead of us right now. When I say 3 teams, there are 3 entities in this game. There was, these 2 factions of bootleggers and the police. And the police could be bought off for periods of time, but they actually had the objective of gaining the most points for the day themselves. And the way they did that was either shoot us out or arrest us from time to time. But again, they could be bought off for a period of time where they would kind of side with either side for as long as you could buy them off. Now, we are holding these guys back because essentially at this point in the day, the paint is starting to chop, and that's because it's swelling a bit. Everybody's paint is now a little bit larger than it started the day because the day was getting significantly warmer, and not enough players were aware, and even myself being on the field, I did not have an opportunity to change my barrel system. So I'm chopping paint. The only shots I'm getting off as a 1-baller are those that get close. So I'm trying to strategically let the other team get close enough to shoot them out, and I believe my teammates doing the same. I don't know if the other team knew this at this point in time, but I was certainly trying to let them get closer to get the quality shots in now, unlike earlier in the day where I could long ball.
Get out of there! Come on now! Players clean! Go!
The whistle you would hear was when they would announce to the rest of the teams that they had an alliance that had ended and they could shoot anybody.
White hopper! White loader! White loader!
What you're hearing me do is tell the referee, give him a description of somebody I want him to check to get him out.
I just heard him again on the white loader! White loader!
Now there you see a player or players walking down the edge of the field along a path that's essentially going down the tape line to reinsert. Again, a scenario game is not like your typical rec ball day where you're shot out and you wait till the next game to start. You simply respawn and it goes on all day long. It's one of the benefits of the scenario game, or something that makes it more preferable to players over a rec ball game.
Nice shot, nice fucking shot. Nice shot.
So here you hear my cameraman Jeff, who's also a good friend and player that I've played with for years, complimenting my teammate for taking out a player that we were brawling with for a period of time.
Right.
The players you see walking off are players we've shot off, and yes, that is irritating the other team, but they smell blood in the water now because they're going to see, well, you're going to see they're going to shoot out my teammate, and it's just down to me.
Players hit! Players walking off!
So now the fun begins. Losing my partner here, I've got to cover both sides of the bunker. And here's how it operates. The inside lane, this lane I'm on now, is my primary objective. I have to watch this side so that I don't have anyone just run through and bunker me and just cancel me out. And then B, I'm going to bob over to that inside lane and keep an eye on the other team so that they just don't keep pushing up the middle of the field. So playing both sides of the bunker becomes an issue for me because I have now, as I mentioned earlier, have gun issues or paintball issues. I have yet to overbore my barrel and I'm chopping paint. So as a 1-baller, I'm insulating myself from too much paintball breakage, but it does happen. You'll see me start to check clean my barrel here at some point. But I can't shoot anybody that's at long range. So having that happen to me, knowing that I'm now chopping paint and I'm only going to get a few good shots off, I'm letting players come to me and I'm shooting them out at close range. The close range shots, the ball's not twisting and it's not flying off crazy. But at long range, the paint is just flying absolutely obnoxiously off. I mean, it's just spinning crazy and twisting nuts. There's nobody I'm going to shoot at long distance. But earlier in the day, everybody in the field was doing a great job at long bowling, everybody, because the paint was so good. But as it swelled, it became an issue, and really, you can see here, they all come. They're getting up in my face now. I'm getting a lot of guys thinking this is going to be fun, and it was. And thankfully, they were at such close range that I was able to get them at close range. Again, they were coming to me. I'm playing a position where I'm holding the position. Their tactical play is to knock me out. They got to be the aggressors.
One's walking. Oh, right here. He's shot.
This guy's really doing a good job. He's posting up on me and holding a lane, but you can see him breaking paint. Look at that paint just like spitting out of his barrel. He's not going to shoot anything straight that's beyond 12 feet.
That was a good battle.
Yeah, it was, man. You did a great job bumping up, dude.
Go push, kid.
So both those guys that just bumped up battling with Lars have been shot. That was an intense fucking battle. That was a great battle, Lars, dude. That's all I gotta say. Great fucking battle.
What's really interesting about this went on for about 20 minutes. I held out until I ran out of paint and walked off the field, and I hated giving us up this position. I was turning around at time to time, you know, egging my team on to come up and try to get to me, but there was too much distance between the neighboring bunkers behind me and the bunker I was in for them to actually bump up successfully and take that bunker with me. And you know, it was frustrating, but I also wasn't thinking too hard about it. My attitude in a situation like this is, I'm not going anywhere. Unless I make a bonehead move, they're not getting me. My biggest concern was making certain I played that outside lane on the tape line so that no one could bunker me. No one would run through. As long as I put most of my attention on this left side, I'd be fine. Now the problem here now is you'll see that I can't quite get to the right side anymore, that inside lane, because they're squeezing me. As they get further up, I got to get tighter into the bunker. So I didn't necessarily get tight to the bunker. I just kind of played further to the left side so that I could still rock out to the right side, but I couldn't get up tight in the bunker anymore to the right side.
No one's taking where he's staying there, number one. Goggles, he's catwalk now.
Of course, a facial is always something that I'm proud of because people can't wipe that. Now, all right, I just said wipe. I'm not saying that players here were cheating, but you know, I was noticing, I'd say 1 out of every 6 players that I shot were staying. Now, does that mean that they were cheating? No, it doesn't mean that. It means that maybe it bounced and I didn't see it break, or it didn't break, or maybe it was such a great range that when it hits somebody, the paint is on them, they don't even know it's on them. So again, I have no animosity towards other players. I'm not calling anybody cheaters. I mean, unfortunately, things like that happen. And in paintball, more of us need to take the attitude that if it doesn't break, you just shoot them again. That's all you can do. You can't get mad. You can't get pissed that they stayed. You just have to hope that you get that break before they get a shot on you and break one on you, and you got to walk. Again, this went on for about 20 minutes, and when I finally walked off the field and saw how many players were in front of me, there was like between 20 and 30, and that's not an exaggeration. I was shocked. So I want to thank Quickshot Paintball for having me. They're located again in Shamong, New Jersey. Check them out, and please, guys, check out my sponsors.
Lars, I'm gonna head back. His gun's not working.
It's too much for any man!
DangerMan is sponsored by